Hello students, today we are going to talk about expressing concentrations of solutions. That means how to know how much amount of solute is dissolved in a particular solution. 7 such ways are given in your syllabus. We will study them one by one. The first type is mass percentage, which is represented by W by W. Here is the definition. Mass percentage of a component or solute in a solution is equal to mass of the component in the solution or mass of the solute in the solution divided by total mass of the solution into 100. We need the percentage, that's why we are multiplying it with 100. We'll take an example. If there is 10% glucose in water by mass, that means 10 gram of glucose is dissolved in 90 gram of water to obtain 100 gram of the solution. So in simple words, mass percentage is the mass of the solute dissolved in 100 gram of the solution. The second type is volume percentage, which is represented by V by V, volume by volume. So volume percentage of a component in a solution is equal to volume of that particular component divided by total volume of the solution into 100. If there is 10% ethanol solution in water, that means 10 ml of ethanol is dissolved in water in order to get 100 ml of the solution. So how to prepare it? If you have 100 ml standard flask in your laboratory, add 10 ml of ethyl alcohol into it, then make it up to 100 ml by adding water. That gives you 10% ethanol solution. In simple words, volume percentage is the volume of the solute in 100 ml of the solution. When we combine these two, we get the third type, that is mass by volume percentage, which is represented by W by V. Mass by volume percentage of a component is equal to mass of the component in the solution divided by total volume of the solution multiplied by 100. Or in simple words, it is the mass of the solute dissolved in 100 ml of the solution. The fourth type is parts per million, represented by ppm. When a solute is present in very minute quantity or it is present in trace quantities, to express its concentration, we can use parts per million. Example, concentration of dissolved oxygen in a liter of seawater, it can be expressed in terms of parts per million. So parts per million is equal to number of parts of the component divided by total number of parts of all components of solution multiplied by 10 to the power 6, that is 1 million. If it is not clear to you, I have another explanation. Parts per million is the mass of the solute present in 1 million parts by mass of the solution. Therefore, for solute A, parts per million of A is equal to mass of A divided by total mass of the solution into 10 to the power 6. So that gives you concentration of A in parts per million. Next type is mole fraction, which is represented by the symbol chi. It is pronounced as chi. So mole fraction of a component in a solution is equal to number of moles of that particular component divided by total number of moles of all the components. As we all know, a binary solution has two components, a solute and a solvent. It can be represented by A and B. Now, number of moles of A is found to be Na and number of moles of B is Nb. Therefore, according to this formula, mole fraction of A would be chi A is equal to Na, that is number of moles of component A divided by total number of moles of all components, that is sum of Na and Nb. So you get mole fraction of A is chi A is equal to Na divided by Na plus Nb. Similarly, mole fraction of component B would be chi B is equal to Nb divided by Na plus Nb. For a solution containing I number of components, chi I would be equal to Ni divided by N1 plus N2 plus etc. plus Ni, that is equal to Ni divided by summation of Ni. Now there is one important thing which you should all remember, that is sum of all mole fractions in a solution is always unity. That means it is always equal to 1. So in this binary solution we have two components. Here two mole fractions are there. In that case the sum of these two mole fractions will be equal to 1. That means chi A plus chi B would be equal to 1. If you have I number of components in a solution, then the sum of all these mole fractions will be equal to 1 only. The next important way of expressing concentrations is molarity, which is represented by capital letter M. Molarity is the number of moles of the solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution, that is 1000 ml of solution. It can be given like this: molarity M is equal to number of moles of the solute divided by volume of the solution in liter. So in your laboratory, if you have 0.25 mole per liter or 0.25 molar solution of NaOH, that means 0.25 mole of NaOH is dissolved in 1 liter of solution. This molarity depends on temperature because volume is temperature dependent. As we increase temperature, volume also increases. Since volume is present in the denominator, if volume increases, molarity should decrease. That is, concentration should decrease. The final type is molality, represented by small letter m. Molality is the number of moles of the solute per kilogram of the solvent. Remember students, it is solvent, not solution. It can be given like this: molality M is equal to number of moles of the solute divided by mass of the solvent in kilogram. So if you have 1 molal solution of KCl, that means 1 mole, that is 74.5 gram of KCl is dissolved in 1 kg of water, 1 kg of solvent. So we have studied 7 different ways with which we can express concentration of solute in a solution. Out of these, the mass percentage, parts per million, mole fraction and molality are temperature independent. That means they do not depend on temperature. But the term molarity, that is temperature dependent. That's why if you change the temperature, molarity also varies. The reason for that is very simple. In all these cases, mass is taken into consideration, but mass does not change upon changing the temperature. That is, mass is independent of temperature. But in case of molarity, volume is taken into consideration. Volume depends on temperature. That's why molarity is also temperature dependent. I hope it is clear to you.